First place goes to Kulana's Romance. Second, Annabelle for Arborcrest. Third, Tifara's Flying Victory. And fourth, Ariat's A Windfall.
Third place goes to number 137. Fourth place goes to number 133. Or come to the announcer's table. I think we have 7 seats available for
12 to 18 month bitches.
Sonito's Scarlet Rose, owner Arlene Bacon.
Sonita's Scarlet Rose, bred by Kay Stevens and A. Bacon by champion Tarina Eagles Flight, and Sonita's Spider Woman, owned by Arlene Bacon.
Mrs. Wadsworth.
Legend of Cool Breeze, owner Debbie Davis.
Bred by Eminent Julie Roush and V. Robinson by champion Jubilans Osir and champion Kamar's Charming Alibi. This is Kamar's Legend of Cool Breeze.
Camry's Glitz and Glamour, owner B&J Richards.
Bred by B&J Richards, by Camry's Rebel Token and champion Camry's Rebella.
Enchantress Mine, owner Amy H. Durst and Alan L. Durst.
Bred by Amy Durst by champion Pahlavi Putting on the Ritz and Ben Hassan's Arctic Rose.
A Rabbie's Passion, owner Helen Dukes.
Bred by Helen Dukes, by Araby's Powerhouse CD and champion Araby's Summer Kiss.
Gas band Pretty Poison, owner Sandra Weinrob and Laura Part.
Bred by Laura Part, by champion Elmo's Tutankhamun and Cas band Sometimes a Fantasy.
Mrs. Wadsworth to the speaker's table, please. Mrs. Wadsworth.
Casbar Double Vision, owner Kevin and Barbara Cassidy.
Bred by Kevin and Barbara Cassidy and Bob and Carol Penta, by champion Zuvinda Raciem and champion Yucatan Night Vision.
Swiftwind Celica. Owner No L. Stark and Doris Dapsch.
Bred by D. Dapsch by Swiftwind Classic Edition and Swiftwind Sinatala.
Shabanoo Silky Cream. Owner Margaret and Robert Howe.
Bred by Margaret Howell by champion Fox Runs Phoenix and Griffon Maddie Silks.
Graphica's Mistress of the Dark. Owner Debbie and Alice Rawls and Sue and Garrett Games.
Bred by Sue and Garrett Games by champion Rafika's Thief of Hearts and Rafika's This Is It.
Kishara Diza Georgie Girl. Owner Judy Coleman, J.R. Dix, DVM, and D.K. Bruschek.
Bred by Donna Bruchek and James Dickies and Judith Bloom by champion Jero's Heartbreaker and Temuka Tiger Pleaser.
Supernatural Harishta. Owner Janet Tully.
Bred by Patricia Kahn, Jean Beard, and Barbara Hurry by champion Jinfield Jihad Inkan Tula and champion Jinfield Jihad's Tiffany.
Graphica's in the Fast Lane. Owner Joe and Linda Barker and Sue Games.
Bred by E. Schumacher and Sue and Garrett Games by champion Kabik's the Frontrunner and champion Rafika's Ginger Snap.
Southwind Misdemeanor. Owner Deborah Hughes.
Bred by Deborah Hughes by champion Tarina Arctic Eagle and Devad Honeybee.
Unbothered. Owner, Dr. and Mrs. A.D. Buthras.
Bred by Billy Wilson and Bruce and Rosemary Sutton by champion Ariat's Athlete and champion Zia's Hot Summer Wind.
I'm just standing. I've already gone. I'm going to go around here.
Corellick's Windsurfer. Owner, Kathleen Corlick.
Bred by Kathleen Corellick by champion Coastwind Jubilant Osiris and champion Corellick's Wind Song.
She's fine.
Selena's Southern Storm. Owner, Susan Denarchio, L. Lindoff, and L. Fernandez.
Is that a coincidence?
Bred by David McMullen and Stephen Bourne by champion Genesis Red Cloud and champion Kasan Sakawaha of Desiree.
If you think about it, I think more bitches come, winners come from 12-18 than they actually do from the whole country. So I've read by him for my little analogy.
Graphic is going in style. Owner, David and Kathy Eisenham and Sue Games.
Yeah.
Bred by Sue and Garrett Games and Eric Schumacher by champion Kabik's the Frontrunner and champion Rafika's Ginger Snap.
No, it has to be the best dog. Stuff like that. You say to yourself, well, I'll broke it. You don't know because that's judging future. That's right. That's not right.
Say now in Japan.
Graphica's Intimidation. Owner, Erica Schumacher and Eric Schumacher.
And they compete right on.
Bred by Eric Schumacher and Sue and Garrett Games by champion Kabik's the Frontrunner and champion Rafika's Ginger Snap.
Oh, hey, there's one right now in California. Ripping up surf a little pond. But I'll tell you something, I'll bet you any amount of money by the time she's two, she'll never know it's left in her head. And won't probably, unless she wins at a momentum. But she, I think she was 10 months in California. I wish they had. I think that a lot of these
Simple Elegance. Owner, Eric S. Schumacher.
I can see the point, but I don't think they should.
This is Ravika's Intimidation, bred by Eric Schumacher and Sue and Garrett Games by champion Kabik's the Frontrunner and champion Rafika's Ginger Snap.
Well, you know, tomorrow
Silverthorn's Glory Runner. Owner, Joanne Childress.
Bred by Joanne Childress by champion Kabik's the Frontrunner and Bazaar's Flora Danica.
They are. But for sleeps, they never get past it for dogs. Yeah, and then they're bigger than just a few dog shorts of that. You know, on that. I do think somebody should.
Storm Hill's Innuendo. Owner, Pat and George Patterson and Storm Hill Kennels.
Bred by David and Sandra Fry by Storm Hill's Entrepreneur and champion Storm Hill's Voodoo Magic.
Sestenudo. Owner, Susan Keenan, Bruce Clark, and Stephen Fisher.
Bred by Bruce Clark and Stephen Fisher by champion Shiloh Marquis Malachite and champion Shiloh Babe in the Woods.
Abaco Shiloh Sachet Chacon. Owner Terry D. Chacon and Abby R. Shaw.
Bred by Abby Shaw, B. Clark, S. Fisher, and T. Chacon by champion Shiloh Marquis Malachite and champion Bonanza's CNH Sugar Cookie.
Hitachi Harit Cha-Cha. Owner Lynn Miller.
Bred by Lynn Miller by champion Jehoran's Accent of Kumar and champion Seven Veils the Enchantress CDX.
Quebec's Up-Tempo. Owner W and M Barnett and C and M Terrell.
Bred by C. McDowell and C and M Terrell by champion Quebec's Up Front and champion Quebec's Image of Sterling.
Sterling's Fine Line. Owner John and Debbie Alden and C. McDowell.
Bred by Colleen McDowell and C and M Terrell by champion Quebec's Up Front and champion Quebec Image of Sterling.
Yeah, they're back to where they're back to where
Sulky Sue of Lavenda. Owner Ian Harris, Joanne Lewis, and John Williams.
Bred by John Williams and Eugene Ridenour and Karen Martin by champion Tajean's Warlock and champion Tajean's Miss Muffet of Zuvenda.
Owner John P. Cabral and Sharon C. Cabral and Patricia Jones.
This is Tarina in the Spotlight. Bred by Patricia Jones by champion Tarina Arctic Lights and champion Tarina Arctic Dove.
Jim, if that says that I'm Harry Bennett, I'm going to be real upset.
Acclaim. Owner Jay Olhauser and Storm Hill Kennels.
Storm Hill's National Acclaim, bred by David and Sandra Fry, by Storm Hill's Entrepreneur and champion Storm Hill's Voodoo Magic.
Bred by exhibitor bitches to the ready rank, please. Bred by exhibitor bitches to the ready rank. Bitches.
And first place is Bellamy's Enchantress Mine. Second place, Casbar Double Vision. Third is Casban Pretty Poison. And fourth, Southwind Misdemeanor.
Third, number 146. Fourth, number 154. And there was one.
Paradisa Symphony. Owner John M. Kirkpatrick Jr.
Bred by D.K. Bruchek and J.N.R. Dickies and Jake Bloom, by champion Giroux Heartbreaker and Timuka Tiger Pleaser.
Casbar Myrad Putting on the Airs. Owner Diane Dyson, Kevin and Barbara Cassidy.
Bred by T&D Ogden and K&B Cassidy, by champion Pahlavi Putting on the Ritz and champion Marantha Rendezvous of Casbar.
Lavander, and with Lucy Orlowski, please come to the speaker's table. Lucy Orlowski.
L. John's True Colors. Owner, Debbie Rawls and Ellis Rawls.
Bred by Debbie Rawls and Kathy Searles by champion Coastwind Jubilant Osiris and Califana's Blue Horizon.
Owner Karen Erb and Kathy Lurson.
Omara Dakisha Woods End, bred by champion Coastline Jubilant Osiris and Dakisha Nadia's Theme of Dawn, owned by Karen Erb and Kathy Lurson.
Raficus Let Her Perfect. Owner Sarah Erb, Garrett and Sue Games.
Bred by Garrett and Sue Games by champion Camry's Black and Tan Rebellion and Califana's Centerfold.
Summer Winds Bet to Win. Owner Claudia Jacobs and B and R Sutton.
Bred by B&R Sutton and Dr. and Mrs. Buttress by champion Ariats Athlete and Summerwind Seafarer Cheerio.
Al Rashad, Pennies from Heaven. Owner Joyce and Jim Serin.
Bred by Joyce and Jim Serenian by champion Coastwind Jubilant Osiris and Wild to Know Sweetwater Sue.
Do you have any cookies? If you don't, I'm not going to give you the time of day. Nope. She was into Michael's fish. I had Globina with egg broth.
Samar Gingerbread of Zengel. Owner Tracy and Diana Woodside, S. Ayler and A.T. Ladd.
Bred by Tracy and Diana Woodside, S. Ayler and A. Ladd, by champion Tajine's Indiana Jones and champion Samar Jezebel.
Memphis Diva. Owner Reed Hallier and Michael Strockbine.
Bred by Michael Strockbine and T. Nuns, by Coastwind Java and Memphis Impatience.
I'm glad I don't have any more.
Venus sore from bending up and down.
Samar Ophelia. Owner Stuart Ayler and Arthur T. Ladd.
Bred by Stuart Ayler and Arthur Ladd, by champion Samar Echo and champion Samar Jakara Zali.
Boulant won Ahani Watermark. Owner Jan Purdy and Ivy Malloy.
Bred by Margaret Brimmer and Jan Priddy, by Rosewood Triton Field Champion CD and Volant Henna Field Champion.
Like the second. Between rounds, battle.
Fox Runs Born Again. Owner Pat and Gled Woodson, L. Mercer, and J. Mercer.
Bred by Mara Lynn Mercer and Virginia Stees, by champion of Fox Runs Phoenix and champion of Fox Runs in Soissons.
Cherokar Live Wire. Owner Georgiana R. Guthrie.
Bred by Georgiana Guthrie, by Cherrycark Moonlit Night and Carricker Irish Rose.
Fly With Me. B. Huffnagel and T. Waysmiller and G. Kramer.
This is Kavoo Pershing, Come Fly With Me, bred by B. Huffnagel, T. Weissmiller, and G. Kramer, by champion Camry's Black and Tan Rebellion and champion Kavoo's Fly Me.
Genfield's Jihad's I'm Julie. Owner J. Beard and L. Guerrero and H. Nave.
Bred by J. Beard, El Guerrero, and H. Nave, and B. Hurry, by champion Genesis BT Express of Connie and champion Genfield's Yashamanda.
Cavique's the running mate. Owner C. and M. Terrell and Alvaro Jose Ocampa.
Bred by Chris and Marguerite Terrell, by champion Cavique's the frontrunner and champion Cavique's Bandetta of Zoran.
Shiloh Serenata. Owner B. Miller, B. Clark, and S. Fisher.
Bred by B. Miller, B. Clark, and S. Fisher, by champion Shiloh's Sebastian of Patmar and Shiloh's The Glamorous Life.
Zoren's Lady Lorene, owner Mary and Sarah Bass and Christy Wheeler.
Bred by Violet Wilms and Christy Wheeler by champion Zurans Jardin and champion Juran Banzigura.
Soulbackens, I'm Not Dreaming. Shelley and Richard Bagenstos.
Bred by Shelley and Richard Bagenstos by Giroux's Soulbacken Heartbeat and Soulbacken's Barbella.
Adair Ballant Riga, owner Ed Ivy Malloy and Jan Pretty.
Bred by Ed and Ivy Malloy and Jan Pretty by champion Pallavi Putting on the Ritz and Taida Van Kitwaga, field champion.
Sterling's Color Perfect, owner Colleen McDowell and Julie Blumberg.
Dogs may get in distress. Dog.
Bred by Colleen McDowell and Chris and Marguerite Terrell by champion Quebecs up front and champion Quebecs Image of Sterling.
I'm real. She brought up a cat about 4 or 5 years ago, and then it was better than the cat. She showed me how long it was. She took it. Yeah, she did. She had Howard doing it.
Keystone's Controversy, owner Joanne Whiteless.
Wonderful that she took it.
Bred by Joanne White Lewis and Pat Stevenson by champion Tarina Arctic Lights and Holly, they call her Mystic.
These numbers for you as soon as we can spot them.
First place is Ginfield's Jihad Anjali. Second, Kasara Dizza Symphony. Third, Casbar Mirid Putting on Airs. And fourth, Fox Runs Born Again.
Third is number 173, and fourth is number 183.
American bred bitches.
Elsa Starbird Field Champion. Owner Sheila Grant and Glenn Grant.
Bred by Sheila and Glenn Grant by champion Empire's Ellery Q and Bo Rene's Cameo Sasha CDTD Field Champion.
Starstruck. Owner Patty Norsworthy and Chuck Alcorn and Victor Barajas.
Bred by C. Alcorn, V. Barajas, and A. Lipke by champion Connie Rising Star and champion Connie September Morn.
Messengers My Friend Flicka. Owner Allison P. Morrison and L.L. Campbell.
Bred by Linda Campbell by Malika's Grand Night and Glitter and Messenger's Wild Woman.
Aurora B. Alice. Owner Constance and Wallace Evans.
Bred by Rochelle Miller by Signatures American Express and Sonito's Black Siren.
Nancy Crater. Nancy Crater, please come to the speaker's table.
And as they go around in the American Bed Bitch class, first place is Orala's Starstruck. Second is Messenger's My Friend Flicka. Third, Aurora B. Alice. And fourth, Fleetfield's Elsa Starbird Field Champion.
First, 195. Second, 196. Third, 197.
Bar Princess Daisy. Owner Mr. and Mrs. R. Keller and Jessica Wee Wee.
I have it over here.
This is the Open Bitch class. Breeder is Mr. and Mrs. R. Keller by champion Safara Spring Legacy and champion Safara Loves Illusion.
Would you pass down that we need the ring steward? Pass the word. Hi, Fancy. Hi, Julie. Here's Fancy. Hi.
Lamaris Pasha Az Kabul. Ames James. Owner James B. and B. Joanne Alford.
Bred by Julian M. and Roach by champion Jeharan's Accent of Kamari and champion Kamari's Charming Alibi.
Very good. Can we hire you? You can't pay them enough money. They've been so good. No. They do good work.
Hard. Owner Catherine M. Carr and Sue Gaines.
This is Graphica's State of the Heart Bred by Sue and Garrett Games by champion Rafika Skywalker and Califana Centerfold.
Tuna fish.
Sonalis Piccalilli. Owner Sandra L. Weinrob and Bill Scherer.
Bred by Sandra Weinrob by champion Camry's Black and Tan Rebellion and champion the Sonala's Gilded Lily.
That's her name, Fancy Tuna Clipper. Yeah, it was. Well, since I have several. Gail, you're in front of the camera.
Nancy, owner Pamela and Lonnie Patterson.
Bred by Betty and John Richards and Pamela and Lonnie Patterson by champion Camry's Black and Tan Rebellion and Camry's Snow Sprite.
To Kill. Owner Ricky L. and Denise M. Shimwak and Storm Hill Kennels.
Bred by Denise Schwebke and Sandra Fry by champion Genesis Red Cloud and champion Storm Hills Centerfold.
Sorry, we don't have enough to share.
Now, was this the first cut of the group?
Before being
Elmo's Ms. Tokay of the Plains. Owner Tom Rogers and Peter Belmont.
Bred by Bonita Visser by champion Elmo's Tutankhamun and AHCA Ishmara.
No, there's a camera.
Storm Hills Voodoo Doll. Owner Mary and Terry Vanderzee and Storm Hill Kennels.
Bred by David and Sandra Fry by champion Shiloh Sebastian of Patmar and champion Storm Hills Voodoo Magic.
Well, it's another 20 miles from him. That's what I'm worried about. It's 68. Our house, where he works now, 68, almost 100. One way.
Terrain Tamer Riplin Waters. Owner Holly D. and Mark Nemitz.
Bred by Pamela Levander and Roger Elfgren by champion Aries Southern Cross and Elf's Bonus 2.
I help him out, when I'm home.
The side because of the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Camry's Rebel Yell of Figuera. Owner Pat Koenig and Betty Richard.
Bred by B&J Richards and Joyce and Jim Serenian by champion Camry's Black and Tan Rebellion and Wild and Nose Sweetwater Sioux.
Harry. Daddy, can you give me some more liver?
She is?
Rafika's Ranton and Raven. Owner S&G Games and Eric Schumacher.
Bred by Sue and Garrett Games by champion Camry's Black and Tan Rebellion and Califana's Centerfold.
Raffica's Queen of Hearts, owner Garrett and Sue Gaines.
Bred by Deborah Willie and Sue and Garrett Games by champion Raffica's Thief of Hearts and Dadekus Shah.
Seacove's Jacqueline of Tukar, owner Ray and Reese Anderson.
Bred by Jackie Rogers and Ray and Reese Anderson by Shirkton headliner of Babaloo and champion Prima Donna's Mischief Maker.
Flight of Fancy, owner Betsy Huffnagel.
Bred by Betsy Huffnagel by champion Kavoo's Flying Circus and Jomar's Silkwood. This is Kavoo's Flight of Fancy.
Kavoo's Flying Colors, owner Betsy Huffnagel.
Bred by Betsy Huffnagel by champion Kavoo's Flying Circus and Jomar's Silkwood.
Afternoon Delight, owner B. Vane, D. Whale, and R. L. Keller.
Bred by R&R Keller by champion Safara Spring Legacy and champion Safara Love's Illusion. This is Safara Afternoon Delight. Bitches.
Beats in Your Wildest Dreams, owner Debbie Thorson and Chris and Marguerite Terrell.
Bred by Chris and Marguerite Terrell by champion Camera's Black and Tan Rebellion and champion Kabik's Donita.
Well, the trouble is I can't see, so I can't read. Read me the name. Read me his name.
Linda the Clown, owner Linda L. Peterson and Denise Priest.
Bred by Jim and Patty Norsworthy and Denise Priest by champion Coastwind Jubilant Osiris and Zanza's Dark Side of the Moon. This is Majik Sindin the Clown.
Tarina Moonstruck. Owner D. Morgan and P. Jones.
Bred by B. Trask and B. Chase, by Kahala Tarina Andoy and Tarina Neon Sparkler.
Sea-Witch. Owner Barbara J. Benedict.
This is Raiders the Sea Witch, bred by Barbara Benedict and Kristen Marguerite Terrell, by Champion Kabeeks the Frontrunner, and Raiders Elusive Butterfly.
I get them right
Sometimes. Did you get some rest?
Oh, sure.
And Hazen's She's the One. Owner Georgiana R. Guthrie.
Bred by Helen Haas, by El Curiers Adoradu, and Champion El Curiers Goodness Gracious Me.
Silverthorns Forever Crystal. Owner Joanne Childress.
We did take good pictures.
Bred by Joanne and T. Childress and J. Bazaar, by Karzak's Safara Spacemaker and Bazaar's Flora Danaka.
Morales Martina. Owner A. Gray and V. Baracus and C. Alcorn.
Bred by V. Barajas, C. Alcorn, and A. Lipke, by Champion Connie Rising Star and Champion Connie September Morn.
Jubilons Sirius. Owner Judith A. Bloom.
Bred by John Locke and Judith Bloom, by Ibn Ra Mika and Coastwind Jubilan Osirian.
Tarina Wild Rose of Prophecy. Owner Nancy J. Chandre and Pat Jones.
Bred by Pat Jones and Stan Biederman, by Champion Pallavi Putting on the Ritz and Champion Tarina Wildfire.
Kabeek Sneak Preview. Owner Carl J. Miner and Chris and Marguerite Terrell.
Bred by Barbara Benedict and Chris and Marguerite Terrell, by Champion Kabeeks the Frontrunner and Raiders Elusive Butterfly.
Quinella of Grandeur. Owner Roger Retchler.
Bred by Roger Richler by champion Sharp of Grandeur and Falou of Grandeur.
As of yesterday, there are free snacks and munchies and chocolate dipped strawberries. Please help yourself. Sorry about that. There's lots.
Libra's Little Miss Dangerous, bred and owned by Janice Kelly and B. Clark and S. Fisher, by champion Libra's Autumn Song and champion Libra's Mardi Gras.
Marquise Matahari of Shiloh. Owners S. Keenan and B. Clark and S. Fisher.
Bred by S. Keenan, B. Clark, and S. Fisher, by champion Genesis Red Cloud and Persia's Last Dance at Shiloh.
Boblavi, Pretty in Pink. Owner Donna McLeod.
Bred by Stephen Vicky Babylon and Carrie Wagner, by champion Pahlavi Putting on the Ritz and champion Pahlavi's Jeremiah Oliver Khan.
Storm Hills Bird of Paradise. Owner R. Cohen, R. Cleet, and Storm Hills Kennels.
Bred by Sandra and David Fry, by champion Shiloh Sebastian of Patmar and champion Storm Hills Voodoo Magic.
chances, please come to the ready ring.
And in the open class, first place is Storm Hill's Bird of Paradise. Second, Tarina Moonstruck. Third, Kelly Dressed to Kill. And fourth, Morales Martina.
225. And your absentees, starting on page 39, number 200.
On to the winners class.
This was your open bitch winner. That is Storm Hill's Bird of Paradise. American Bed Bitch is Morales Starstruck. This is the American Bed Bitch, Morales Starstruck. This is the Bred by Exhibitor bitch, Ginfield's Jihad's Anjali. (12 to 18-month bitch), Bellamy's Enchantress Mine. (9 to 12, puppy bitch, Kulana's Romance). And the 6 to 9-month puppy bitch, Sitara, Infidelity of Mahali. And winner's bitch goes to the bred by Ginfield's Jihad's Anjali.
Winner's bitch is from your red by exhibitor class, number 186. Could we please have the second
That brought back in the second place bred by bitch, Kashara Dizza Symphony, for reserve competition. And reserve goes to Bellamy's Enchantress Mine from the 12 to 18-month bitch class. This is the Afghan Hound Club of America 53rd National Specialty Show, held Tuesday and Wednesday, July the 11th and 12th, 1989, in Portland, Oregon. This is the best of breed class. Our judge is
Conquest.
Glorvina Schwartz.
Owner P. and D. Morgan and P. Jones.
The first dog that we see here is Tarina Main Event Conquest to move up from the open dog class. Breeder is S. Cedar and P. Jones by champion Tarina Arctic Eagle and Tarina Chantilly Lace. Owned by P. and D. Morgan and P. Jones.
Shiloh Marquis de Sade of Abaca. Owners A. and R. Shaw, S. Fisher, and B. Clark. also a move up from the open dog class.
Breeder is S. Keenan, S. Fisher, and B. Clark by champion Genesis Red Cloud and Persia's Last Dance at Shiloh.
Morning Glory. Owner Carol Kappick, Georgianne M. Jensen, and Rosemary Sutton.
Bred by Carol Chappick by champion Tarina Arctic Eagle and champion Magistel Flower Power.
Champion Storm Hill's Contraband. Owner Storm Hill Kennels.
Bred by Sandra and David Fry by champion Shiloh Sebastian of Patmar and champion Storm Hill's Voodoo Magic.
Champion Dia Zenga McCock. Owner Edith and Douglas Hansen.
Bred by Jim and George Serenian and Edith Hansen by champion Jeharan's Sequin and D. Zenga Michelle.
Pyromania Addis Ababa. Owner Karen Wagner and Joan Bacchus.
This is champion Pahlavi Pyromania Addis Ababa, bred by Boone Pierce and Bacchus, by champion Pahlavi Putting on the Ritz and champion Cassan's Deadly Nightshade, owned by Karen Wagner and Joan Bacchus.
Champion Zoran's Tay LaCory. Owner V. Wilms and K. Wheeler.
Bred by V. Wilms, D. Kavi, by Califana's Special Request and champion Azuran's Ben Zigharo.
Champion Fox Runs Phoenix. Owner Lynn Mercer and Colin Stees.
Bred by Lynn Mercer and Colleen Stees, by champion Kabix the Challenger and champion Fox Runs On and On and On.
Champion Fox Runs Revolution. Owner Mary Henricks, Lynn Mercer, and Colin Steed.
Left turn, fast, normal, about turn, halt. Forward, right turn, slow, normal, halt. Leave your dog. Or your dog.
Debut at the age of 11. Multiple specialty best in show champion Persia's Sandrift. The Afghan everyone knows is Shah Mahabharata. Out of Wildenau, sweet antiquity, a litter of 7 with 4 finishing. His dam, known as Peaches, is the 10th top producing Afghan bitch in history and #1 during the 1980s. Drifter is still making his mark, not only with a good show record, but by being one of the top sires in the history of our breed. Drifter has produced 24 American champions, 4 more well on their way with majors, 5 Best in Show winners, 6 specialty Best in Show winners, along with 10 group winners. In 1984, Drifter was the #1 U.S. top producer. His get have won Winner's Dog or Winner's Bitch at over 20 different specialties. He also has 7 Canadian, 2 Japanese, 1 Mexican, and 3 world champions to add to his record, all in only 19 litters. His litter brother, Best in Show and Specialty Best in Show American and Canadian champion, Persia's Jake Logan, remains the all-time top producer in Canada. It is with much pride and love that Marilyn brings Drifter for you to see today. Every day, Drifter brings joy and laughter to those around him, watching his stylish movement, independently stubborn, aloof attitude, and crazy antics, so typical of our breed. Like most veterans, his graying muzzle only adds distinguishing beauty, which proves the old saying, you're not just getting older, you're getting better. Ladies and gentlemen, champion Persia's Sandra. Summer Wind's cream of the crop, known as Honky to his friends, will celebrate his 12th birthday tomorrow and is the oldest veteran here today. Shown only as a young dog as he was stolen on his way home from the 1979 AHCA specialty in Louisville, Kentucky, he was recovered because of the dedication of his friends Vicky Fox and Bud Cook. Although he's never been a Best in Show winner, through thick and thin, he's been my best friend. This is Honky's last time for the show ring. Our next veteran is champion Dakasha Sugar Bear. Sugar is our first group and specialty best of breed winner and our foundation. Sugar finished in 4.5 months with 3 majors, one being Santa Barbara under Mrs. Fry. And her third and finishing major was under Jenny Withington at the Afghan Hound Club of Northern California Specialty. As a special, Sugar did her share of winning, breeds, groups, and 2 specialties. Always on her handle, Sugar ranked either in the top 10 or 20 in those years. At 10.5 years of age, Sugar is full of life and refuses to be a couch potato. Being the mother of 3 champions with 2 other pointed and a grandmother hasn't been easy for Sugar to take. She still keeps everyone in line. Sugar will always be the first lady at our Selenic Afghans. Thank you to Kathy Lurson for breeding Sugar. Champion Dr. Shaw Sugar Bear. Our next veteran is champion Landwehr's Morning Promise, known to her friends as Jody. Everyone who knows her loves her. She's sweet, lovable, and perky as a pup when she wants to be. She's never met a stranger that she doesn't like. She received her last required major for her championship under retired Master Sergeant H.B. Cox at the Baton Rouge Kennel Club, handled by Tracy Potts of San Antonio. She is now pursuing her obedience title and possibly motherhood. Champion Landwehr's Morning Promise, Jody. Our next veteran is champion Caboose Flying Circus. Is champion Caboose, Oyster Rockefeller, and his dam is Safari Zenobia. This is our dog Monty, and we love him. It is not difficult to describe the joy of owning a dog who loves to show, who has won multiple specialties, multiple best in show, and at age 9 was the winner of the 1987 Afghan Hound Club of America National Specialty. The real difficulty comes in describing the real Monty. More memorable to us, and perhaps of greater value than any show record, is the pleasure derived from owning a cheerful, joyful animal who has always given his all and has been a goodwill ambassador for the breed. He even loved his professional handler, Mike Stone. Who will tell that he eats an occasional shoe, and only the cat knows that he steals all the cat food. In honor of this event, Monty has a new coiffure designed to reveal his true self. He thanks the Parent Club for holding the show so he can once again do his thing. The circus flies again. Champion Caboose Flying Circus, Monty. champion Kibix the Challenger. Although it's been 6 years since Pepsi has been in the show ring, we are proud to present him at this 1989 National Specialty so that he can once again enjoy the company of his numerous friends from around the world. Champion Kibix the Challenger, Pepsi, in the show ring. The first and only Afghan ever to be the top winning dog of all breeds in 1982. The 1983 National Specialty winner, the Quaker Oats Award winner, Kennel Review's top winning hound of all time, the first winner of the Tournament of Champions, Best in Show at the Santa Barbara Kennel Club and Best in Show at the Westminster Kennel Club in 1983. Retiring from his show career at 5 years of age as the top winning Afghan hound of all time with 44 all-breed Best in Shows. All of this, breeder-owner handles. Pepsi, as a producer, is the sire of at least 50 champions, 5 all-breed Best in Show winners, national specialty winners, and numerous Best in Show champions, representing him throughout the world. Although Pepsi is now the second most winning Afghan hound in breed history, one of his greatest accomplishments must be that he is the sire of not only the top winning Afghan hound of all time, but the top winning hound of all time with 73 Best in Shows, champion Kibix the front runner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pepsi. Kibix the Challenger. Canadian champion, Shikari's Color Be Gone. American and Canadian champion Shikari's Color Be Gone was bred by Mary Lou Benjamin out of champion Shikari's Streak of Blue and champion Shikari's Tosca Blue, one of the top producing bitches of the 80s. Goner, as he is known, finished his American championship at the Nebraska Kennel Club show by going winner's dog, best of breed, and hound group first. He also finished his Canadian championship in 3 consecutive 5-point shows and was one of the leading Afghan hounds in Canada in 1982. Goner accomplished this before the age of 3.5 years. He lived to go to the show ring, was always up, and gave 110% effort at every show. Goner was handled exclusively by his #1 companion, Mark Kemp. This Blue Devil has many call names and responds to them all, has been retired for 3 years, and now, at the young age of 10, patrols the Arizona home of his owners, Jim and Nancy Kemp. Ladies and gentlemen, champion Shikari's Color Be Gone. Gone. Be gone. Gone. Our next veteran is champion Kareem Soul Essence. Champion Kareem Soul Essence, Cheeto as we call her, is from the last litter of the record-setting specialty Best in Show Night Watch Wits Veil by champion Avishaz Mahabharata, another specialty Best in Show winner. As an outrageous and outgoing puppy, she was a Best in Sweets winner at the Seattle Evergreen Specialty. At the age of 3, Cheeto began a serious assault on her championship from the open class. And after accumulating 12 points in 1 major, she decided to take a break, a taco break. So it was off to Pennsylvania. Champion Pallavi Putting on the Ribs sired her September litter, which consisted of 3 puppies. Over the next several weeks, many hours were spent wrapping ears and side coat to expedite Cheeto's return to the show ring for her final major. The hard work paid off, and at the Richland Kennel Club in April of 1986, Cheetah became our first champion at her first dog show 7 months after her litter of puppies. Of her 3 puppies, 2 bitches, Maggie and Molly, were shown. Molly finished first 2 years after her mom and at the same Richland Kennel Club show. Maggie soon finished, finishing in March of this year. Cheetah, who just recently became a grandmother, is enjoying her retirement, and we are very proud of her accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, champion Corrine Cyril Essence, Cheetah. Afghans began 11 years ago with the birth of 9 puppies out of champion Quebec's Gamara Blue and champion Quebec's Something Special. Stubborn, wild, and incorrigible, Superstition finished when he was ready. At the Evergreen Specialty in 1982, Superstition was our first specialty winner's dog and finished quickly with 3 other majors. Selectively special, Superstition has numerous breeds, group wins, and ranking in the top 20 for 1984. Retired after breaking a leg on a camping trip, he is our constant meddling companion. Bred 2 years ago to Idon's Durga, Superstition has a near champion daughter, Idon's Blue Loon. At 11 years of age, champion Idon's Superstition is still crazy after all these years. Champion Idon's Superstition. Champion Idon's Superstition. Superstition. Our next veteran is Moon Dune Magpie Delora. Known as Maggie, she started her career at 2 years old. She was retired at 8 1/2, lacking that one major, and is my major reserve queen. It was thought that having a litter was going to be as elusive as getting the major, but at almost 10 years of age, she whelped 2 lovely male puppies, while of course I was looking forward to having a bitch. Oh well, maybe she knows what is best better than I do. She is my buddy and has taught me patience, perseverance, and minor poverty. Moon Dune Magpie Delora. Our next veteran is champion Kingsway Bravo Cinnabar. Champion Kingsway Bravo Cinnabar is owned by Fred and Joan Lavelle. Nearly 10 years old, Sinner gives his kennelmates a workout as they charge around the bushes and trees in the backyard and terrorize the joggers on the nearby paths. The backyard had grass when the Lavelles moved in last fall, but there's none left now. Sinner is aptly named. He's very good at teaching his lure-coursing grandkids all kinds of bad habits, such as how to steal food off the kitchen counter and still look innocent with a who. Me, do such a thing? Look in his eyes. Before he came to live with the Lavelles, Sinner was crated and flown around the country for many years while being campaigned. Now Sinner is having the time of his life in retirement as he lolls on the furniture and is completely spoiled. The Lavelles say, Sinner is our winner and we love him. Champion Kingsway Bravo Cinnabar. Champion Kingsway Bravo Cinnabar. Sinner. Our next veteran is Canadian champion Tiny Von Katwiga, best in field, American and Canadian field champion. Tiny was welcomed in Germany by Mrs. Erica Rohde, July 7, 1981. She arrived in Archgate, Oregon after a 25-hour journey the following winter. She loves to run, she loves children, and she loves sleeping in front of the fire and being regarded with proper respect. She hates to show. Her registered owners are Jan Pretty and Gary Anderson, but she really belongs to their 9-year-old son, Alan Anderson Pretty. She has 13 children, including 8 Canadian champions, 3 field champions, and others as other ASFAs, NOTRA, NOFCA, and AKC pointed yet. 5 of her champions are from her second litter, co-bred by Ed and Ivy Malloy and Jan Pretty, which was sired by Taco. She has grandchildren and great-grand puppies. Now she is the grand dame, and she is proud, self-willed, graceful, and most dear to all who know her and have been given her look. Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian champion Tiny Von Katwiga. Canadian champion Tiny Von Katwiga. Tiny. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen our past and our future. How about another round of applause for these marvelous dogs?
These are the sweepstakes classes of the Afghan Hound Club of America National Specialty Show held in Portland, Oregon on Tuesday, July the 11th, 1989. Puppy dogs 6 to 9 months. This is Shiloh Off Top Nashast Alfora, owned by James and Joanne Alford and B. Clark. Prairie's Walkabout Mick, owned by Jim and Connie Gunther. Our judge is Ms. Karen Martin. Sura's Special Effects, owned by Suzanne Neal.
Those
Chacon's Beretta of Abaca, owned by Terry Chacon and Abby Shaw.
You like this pen, Buster?
Chacon's You Betcha of Abaca, owned by Terry Chacon and Abby Shaw. And as they go around, placements are first, Chacon, You Betcha of Abaca. Second, Shiloh, Off Top Nashast Alfora. Third is Chacon's Beretta of Abaca. And fourth is Sura's Special Effects.
Number 5 is second. Number 9 is third. And number 7 is fourth.
9 to 12 puppy dogs.
I'd like to see the whole class go around the ring twice, please, and pull into place.
Christine C. Hicks. Debbie Rouse and Ellis Rouse.
That's exactly the way it was on the insurance. Can you just stick that in there and tell Michael?
Wayne Anderson.
This is Kulana's Victory Envoy.
It Takes a Thief. Owners Sue and Garrett Games. Peterson.
Perfection's Ode to Paradise. This is Paradise Pearlescent, owned by Eric Johnson.
Dealer, owner.
This is Cabot's Reno Dealer, owned by Mr. and Mrs. William Clott and C&M Terrell.
Paradise Pearlescent, owner Eric Johnson. Our owner, Shuago Koahara.
Shiloh Passion Flower.
Clean up to the ring, please. Can we have a clean up to the ring, please?
Tamir Amir Ron of Bombay. Pat Stevenson is the owner.
But it just doesn't look